25, the time being 9:15 a.m. We will call the Plumbing Advisory Board meeting to order for the city of Philadelphia. Item number 2 of the agenda and number 3, roll call. When I call your name, please signify by saying present. Mike Bellata, for the record, is away on an excused absence. Just to remind everyone, in December, when we went over all of these dates, Mike actually told us then that this was a date that he could not make it. So Mike Bellata is not here. Michelle Brisbane, David Hoffmeister,
Present.
Mike Ingram,
Present.
Brian Gilbert,
Present.
Patrick McDonald.
Present.
Patrick, I'll mark you as virtual. Thank you. Shane McNulty,
Present.
Sarah Poindexter, Bill Dobbins. Let the record show the chair is present. We have no one late. Item number 4 of the agenda, approval of today's agenda for May 1st, 2025.
Second.
Motion on the floor and seconded to approve today's agenda. Any questions or discussions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 7-0. Item number 5 of the agenda, approval of the minutes of April 3rd, 2025. They were emailed to all board members on Tuesday for review and comment. I received none.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. There's a motion on the floor and seconded to approve the minutes of April 3rd, 2025. Any questions or discussions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Chair votes aye. The motion carries 6-0. Item number 6 of the agenda, open discussion. This is normally the time where Shane fills us in on the upcoming hearing or hearings, plural. Shane, do you have anything that you would like to add for the upcoming hearing?
No. There were no drawings attached, just the permit refusal.
Oh, no, there was drawings. There was the copy of the permit and a copy of the drawings.
Appeal package and plumbing permit. This is the email. We have the appeal package. Plumbing permit. There's the appeal package. It's just the violation.
Mhm.
There's
So when
the
there's
permit.
another attachment, there's a permit.
That's it, buddy.
Another attachment, there is a set of drawings. It was a large attachment, over 25,000
Plumbing permit,
KB.
PAB agenda.
Can you go down further there?
No, there is nothing.
What does that say down the bottom? Approved plans. You just missed it. Go back to where you just were.
3 attachments.
Probably have 5 attachments.
If you go back one.
It's locked out. Look at this. He doesn't have it.
I only have 5 attachments.
I got 5 attachments. Oh, here it is, at the very bottom.
Approved plans.
Thank you.
You want me to give them like a synopsis on what how this is all gonna work?
Shane, that would be great because it's my understanding and please elaborate. It's my understanding my computer came unplugged.
Can't access the drawings.
On Google Drive.
Well, perhaps we'll have Shane bring them up if they're required. So Shane, because this is a little unique, this hearing today, because it's a violation and not an appeal of a permit issuance, it is my understanding that the suggestions the board will make to the commissioner today will be to either uphold the violation notice and agree with the inspector's interpretation, or to possibly suggest modifying it as per the appellate's request.
That's correct.
Okay.
I believe the installation is already in. The installation has already been done, not in accordance with plans. So the plans aren't really super relevant right now because they're acknowledging they didn't install per the plans. They were issued a violation for not installing it per the plans. I guess where we're at now is they're coming in front of the board to see if their revised installation would be approved.
Do you have an exhibit?
How would
to
the
show?
plans reflect this particular violation? I mean, the riser diagrams typically don't have dimensions, or can they be?
Well, that's why I'm saying,
scale.
I don't think the plans are super relevant.
I'm just asking, like, I don't think this violation could be reflected in approved drawings, right?
Not really.
So
But essentially, if you were to say, the violation is upheld because the plans aren't in accordance with the approved permit, but the board would grant a variance to this, they would still have to amend their existing permit, right? To reflect the changes, and they would come in front of us again, but they would kind of,
I'm unclear why they would have to come in front of us again if we're already ruling on that. I think,
we have to work there because you're not really ruling. You're not really ruling on that. What's in front of you today is the violation.
okay,
They haven't been issued a refusal. For, like,
So-
they're not they didn't submit
That's
plans.
what it
They're-
asked for though.
Once again, I
They
think
have to
we're kind of
submit
ahead of
plans,
what we're doing.
get a
They
refusal,
should have
then
tried
we-
to amend their permit for this new design. We should have generated a refusal. They should have appealed the refusal, and then we issue a variance. Instead, they directly appealed the violation. So really, their argument today should be why what they did was actually in accordance with their permit. Just don't see how.
so I guess my question, Shane, would be that when we discuss this today, and let's just hypothetically say that the board would agree with their reasoning for that method of installation. Couldn't you just make it clear to them that, or I would make it clear that our suggestion is gonna go to the commissioner, but couldn't you then make it clear that if the commissioner agrees, that they would just have to amend their permit and drawings? I think you're adding, I think that possibly this may be adding an extra step that's not necessary.
Oh, I would say they've just done it out of order. I'd have to check into that. I don't know that we can approve a plan that we know is not code compliant without the actual variance approved.
He asked that the inspection right of violation that we are not in compliance. That's on their reason for appeal. So they asked for an appeal on a violation that wasn't written yet.
No, it was written.
The violation was written, but they weren't issued a refusal.
So, Deb, can we go off record for a minute? Could you stop recording? Person you see. Doyle, oh, he's mentioned here.
He's the project manager,
Okay, thank you.
so they're not gonna be in person.
Apparently not.
Original.
Does anyone else have any questions for Shane or Matt regarding the procedures we just discussed? All right, hearing none, then we might as well. All right,
Dying, but slowly.
all right, hearing none. Deb, can you bring Mr. Kelly in? Could you bring Mr. Kelly in? He's in.
Mr. Chair, this is John Kelly. I am here.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for helping us today.
My pleasure.
All right. All right, Deb, why don't we bring the appellates in? Okay. Will we be able to see him on our computers?
Yeah, if you put it on speaker mode. You have it on speaker mode.
What do I gotta do, Brian?
I think if you're on speaker mode, just someone talks, they're gonna be pop up.
Oh.
Like when John Kelly talked, his face popped up.
Okay.
Pat, say something.
Hi there.
with that.
Thank you, Pat.
Mr. Doyle, can you hear us?
I can. How are you guys?
Good. Do you have video? You have audio.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll get that set on.
Thank you. And will anybody else be attending today or just you?
Yeah, I have our plumbing foreman for this job. You guys see me?
I do see you. Thank you.
Yep, he's with me. I'll be here in just a minute.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Doyle, what's his name?
It is Brent Hangy.
Who?
Frank Angie.
All right, Mr. Doyle, we'll wait for him to get to your office there so we can swear you both in at one time.
All right, no problem. Let me touch base with him.
He's coming to you, right? He's not joining on his own?
No, he's actually in the building. He's just running around right now. So let me just touch base with him. He's not far.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Kelly, could you show us on record, please?
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Today being March the 1st, 2025, the Plumbing Advisory Board is hearing case number MI 2025-002-745 for 2716 South Street. Gentlemen, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear and affirm that the testimony that you are about to give will be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, gentlemen. So good. So would you please state your name and the correct spelling for the court reporter, please?
Jake Doyle, JakeDoyle.
Brent Hangy, BrentHangey.
Thank you, gentlemen. Board members. Prior to today, has any board member discussed any information in whole or in part with the appellate or anyone directly or indirectly related to this case? Dave Hoffmeister,
Now,
Mike Ingram, Patrick McDonald,
No.
Brian Gilbert,
No.
Sarah Poindexter,
No.
and outside of department staff, the chairman has not had any discussions with anyone from the appellate team. So gentlemen, good morning and thanks for joining us today. What we would like to do is fill you in on how the proceeding is going to be ran today. We're going to allow you gentlemen all the time that you need to discuss the reason for your appeal, the nature of your appeal. And this is a little unique today because we're hearing a violation. The Plumbing Advisory Board normally hears refusals. So administratively, depending upon the outcome of this hearing today, you will be advised of some additional steps that you may have to take as far as amending your permit, amending your drawings, and paying a fee. So we're going to dispense of the legwork today, and then we'll get through the hearing first. So once we have afforded you all the time that you need to explain everything to us, at that time, when you're completed, one at a time, the board members will be able to ask you questions. And when that is completed, we'll even give you more time in case you have any final thoughts or anything that you would like to explain further to the Plumbing Advisory Board. When all that has been completed, you'll be put back in a waiting room and the board will deliberate. When that deliberation is ended, we will come back on record and we will proceed to vote in front of you. Do you understand the procedure in which we're going to do things today? Do
Yes.
Yes.
you have any questions on that procedures?
No, I think you guys are pretty clear with it.
Perfect, perfect. So, with that, gentlemen, whoever would like to proceed first, please explain the nature of your request to the board.
So our understanding is that we got a violation during one of the inspections for the tailpiece length off of some floor drains on this job. And I know there was issues with steel and ductwork that caused the tailpieces to have to be longer. So that was all coordination. And we were wondering if it would be possible to get a variance if those have trap primers or trap seals, because our understanding is that the issue is the P-traps getting siphoned out if there's too much water going into them at one time. So we were looking to see if it would be possible to get a variance or a ruling that we can install trap primers or the trap seals to prevent that from happening.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add, clarify, or anything else before we proceed with questions?
Do you have anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right, very well, very well. So now we'll proceed with questions. We'll start with me. What size are the floor drains? Are they all different sizes? Or are they generally one size?
Either 4-inch or 3-inch, the majority being 4.
And are all the drains currently going to be primed?
Yes,
They will all be primed now,
correct.
all right? And the trap arm distances that you're talking about, which is the distance from the water seal of the trap to the actual floor drain fixture itself. What are the sizes that you guys have currently installed? And if they differ, could you give us just a general size of that riser?
They do differ. Generally, I mean, they're anywhere from probably 1 foot 18 inches to possibly 3 to maybe 4 foot. I'd have to go around and check all of them. It depends on thickness of steel and other trades that we were getting under or around to get to it.
So I am a little confused. You said generally they're either 1 foot to 18 inches. The code states that the maximum is 24. So we would have to, think that some have exceeded 24. That's why you're here.
Well, there's, like I said, there's some that are up to 3 foot. I'm not sure if there's longer than 3 foot or not. There is definitely longer than 2 foot. I just don't know. It depends. It's on different floors, mechanical room floors where there was stuff around and we were lower with our drains coming to it.
Would you be in a position to testify now that you believe that 3 foot would be the maximum distance?
I couldn't say that. No, I wouldn't testify that. I can't say that for a positive note. I'm going on my assumption on the majority of them are under that, but not all of them, I'm sure.
And how many floor drains is this impacting? Do you have an understanding of that?
They give you a count on it or not?
No, we don't have a full count. I know when we got the violation that was, I believe they had 2 locations with pictures. And there was documentation of that from our permit manager through Eclipse. He had 2 pictures from 2 different spots. But off the top of our head, we don't have a hard number. Or hard count, I should say.
Have that available? Okay. All right, gentlemen, that's all the questions that I have for now. Patrick McDonald,
I have no questions at this moment.
Thank you, Patrick. Sarah Poindexter?
So how many drains are there in total?
With the long tail pieces longer than 2 feet or on the job?
Just on the job, since you're not sure how many are longer than 2 feet.
Between the two mechanical floors, I could tell you right off the bat, I have 100. Then there's in every bathroom, there's probably 200 maybe.
And are you able to just give an estimate of how many are maybe longer, like a percentage, third, half?
Oh my
I think it'd
goodness.
be less than a third.
I would say a third or less, I would think.
Okay, thanks. No more questions.
What was the answer to that? I'm sorry. A third. Less than.
Less than a third. Sarah, does that conclude your questions?
Yes.
Thank you. Bill Dobbins? Thank you. Michelle Brisbane? Thank you. Mike Ingram? Brian Gilbert?
Yeah. So, the majority of these floor drains in the mechanical rooms, are they floor drains to pick up floor water, or are they are they more floor sinks picking up condensate, TMPs, emergency blow-offs?
Floor sinks picking up condensates, pressure relief valves and such, yes.
And
The majority.
what would be the size of the largest pressure relief valve you have blowing off to one of those? With the long
It's-
tailpiece?
The majority of them are coming off of the fitters equipment, and that I do not know that answer off their boilers or condensate coolers or anything like that.
Okay, condensate coolers. Do you have city steam coming into that building?
I think there's
So we do not have the mechanical contract, but I do not believe there is city steam. I believe it's all,
Generated?
yeah, it's all running off of condensing boilers. So I don't believe there's any.
So low
high pressure
flow.
steam.
Low flow, there's no high pressure steam with
Correct.
high volume waste condensate. All right,
No,
now, your floor drains themselves, or your traps independently supported?
Not sure I understand.
yes,
How?
with a piece of unistrut underneath.
Okay, and you say you don't think there's
Riser.
anything longer than 3 foot, so there's no real need to put a riser clamp on any risers?
I do have riser clamps supporting the tailpiece part on some of them.
Okay. I'm assuming that this is a large project. There was a coordination effort?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
So you have BIM, CAD, whatever the modern coordination program is, right?
Correct. Anything that we installed would have been drawn by our sketching department and then approved by the engineers.
And can you tell me who goes first in the coordination effort on your job? Who
Off the
takes
top
the
of
most
my
precedent?
head,
Who takes the
off the
most
top of
precedent?
my head, I'm not positive.
To not-
Usually on most jobs, it is the ductwork
Just the
contractor.
And you guys do not have the HVAC for the project, so the duct work is not your subcontractor?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna have one last question here. What are you using for trap primers? Are you using trap seals, trap guards, intermittent pressure differential primers, or are you using timed type trap primers?
There's various ones. It depends on the amount going in. Some of them are timed, some of them are pressure difference, because some of them are electronic.
And what about the floor sinks? Are you priming the sinks, or is that in your offer to prime the sinks?
The sinks also have trap primers to them. The floor sinks.
Okay, great. I have no more questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Just a moment, Mr. Chair. I would like to ask for an executive session with my supervisor as board counsel.
Just make sure we're proceeding. Matter.
So if we may go off the record.
We're going to have to ask you to go into a waiting room briefly We need to go into an executive session. We will be back as soon as possible. Do you have time to hang in with us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, great. Thank you. Mr. Kelly, can you show us off record now, please?
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly, you with us?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, please show us back on record.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Doyle and Mr. Hangy, are you back with us?
Yes.
All righty. Why aren't I picking him up? All right, no problem. We'll proceed. Thank you, gentlemen, for your patience. We appreciate that. We had to go off record and clarify something. Next board member to question would be David Hoffmeister.
Good morning. Are the trap primers you mentioned, are they installed?
Some of them are, they're not all completely done yet. We're still working in progress on that.
Okay, is this new construction? In other words, is it new steel, new ductwork? Is there any existing components?
So the existing structure was a parking garage and that was only 2 floors. But everything that we are installing these drains on is new construction, new steel, new concrete, new ductwork, everything.
Are any of these traps located in the garage portion of the building?
They are.
No, the only traps that are gonna be in the garage building were in the underground.
Okay. The couplings that you guys are installing, are they standard or are they heavy duty?
What couplings are you talking
The,
about?
the
Cast
no
iron?
hub, yeah, the no hub couplings that you're using on this drainage pipe.
Yes, they
Standard.
are. No, they're extra heavy. They're the heavy duty ones. It's the new age pipe, that green stuff with a heavy duty clamp.
Or bands.
The bands are Huskies.
Got it. I have no further questions.
Thank you, Dave. I have one follow-up question, if I may, gentlemen. In your knowledge of the project, is there any of these floor drains or floor sinks that potentially could be receiving a high volume of water in a catastrophic discharge?
There is not, to my knowledge. You have any?
No, the only time I can think of a high volume is during the flushing of the hydronic system. But even then, I believe they're only going to be draining out of a 3/4 inch line. I don't think it's going to be anything larger than that.
Okay, very well. Board members, anybody else have a redirect? Mr. Brian?
Where is the sprinkler pumps located? Do they have their own
Sprinkler
ground?
pumps they are on the ground floor of the building. It's slab on grade down there, so it's all
Slab on
going
grade
on.
down there. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Shane, do you have any questions? Thank you. Gentlemen, do you have anything else to add before the board goes offline to deliberate?
No.
Good on my end.
All right, gentlemen, what we're gonna do then, we're gonna remove you, put you in a waiting room again. The board will talk about this and we'll be back online shortly.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly, could you show us off record, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Right. Jake and Brent, are you back in with us? Okay. I see.
Yes, can you hear us?
Yep. Board, what say you?
Chair, I motion to continue this hearing with advice to follow from L&I.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor and seconded to continue this case. Are there any other questions or discussions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And the chair votes in the affirmative to continue this case. Motion carries 6-0. Gentlemen, as you just heard, what the board has elected to do today is to continue this case. An L&I representative very shortly will describe to you what you should do after today. But before then, the board would like to suggest to you, when you come back to see us next time, would you be able to be available to answer some of the questions that we asked today that you were unclear on? So we would want to see and know the amount of floor drain trap arms that are exceeding the 24-inch distance. We would like to know the maximum distance of the maximum one that you've installed, as well as the minimum one. And we would like a comprehensive count of them drains and their respective trap arm distances. We would also like to have available for the next hearing, if you gentlemen could make the coordination drawings available to the board, that would be very beneficial.
Would you like the full coordination, not just the plumbing?
Yes. Yeah, full coordination
Full coordination drawings
and what the drains are serving.
Okay,
and what the drains are servicing and what the potential flows are. So of course, we're concerned with what the maximum trap arm distances are, whether or not there's a chance of siphoning that trap out or not. So do you understand and agree with all of the suggestions that we made for the next hearing?
yeah, just so I'm 100% sure. So you guys need the coordination drawings, a count on the total of these drains, what the drains are serving, and also the minimum and maximum tailpiece lengths off the drains.
Right, just the drains that exceed the 24-inch trap arm distance. Not
Okay.
every drain, not all 200 drains in your scope. Just the ones that exceed the code compliant trap arm distance.
All right, understood.
Yep, got it.
All right, understood. So now I'm going to turn it over to our L&I representative, who is going to describe to you what you need to do at this point in order to trigger and facilitate another hearing so that we can hear it next month and consider all the information you'll be providing then. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Shane McNulty, he's from L&I.
Hey, how are you doing today? So this hearing today was your appeal of a variance, but what really needs to happen, and the more quickly you do it, the more quickly we'll be able to expedite this. You need to make an amended application on your existing plumbing permit, essentially declaring that the lengths are farther than they need to be. We will accept, in my brain, it's an Excel spreadsheet, but we will accept, it doesn't have to be a revised drawing, just details on the information that Mr. Kukowski asked for to the department. The second that's received, as quickly as possible, we will generate a refusal. That refusal will be appealed by you gentlemen so that you can come in front of the board for a variance. So what you appear to be seeking is a variance for the lengths, but that's not what you appealed here today. Today, you appealed a violation. So to get the variance, you first need to receive a refusal. And since you have been continued to next month, we want to get this done as quickly as possible. So we need that application in the system as quickly as possible. Any questions?
So that application's handled through Eclipse.
Right. So what's going to happen is you're going to amend the existing plumbing permit. right? Identifying what you would like the variance for. We're going to issue you a refusal. You're going to appeal the refusal as quickly as possible. We want all of this done between this hearing and the next hearing, so that when you come in front of us for the next hearing, if they decide to grant relief, you will be receiving a variance, right? And then you can move forward off of that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. That's all?
Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Shane. Gentlemen, just for your edification, the next hearing is scheduled for Thursday, June the 5th. So as Mr. McNulty suggested, the quicker that you get that information uploaded to your Eclipse account and they're able to review it, we'll put this whole thing in motion and, we'll hear it properly on June the 5th. Now, there is a question, is there anything in your request today that is impacting the overall flow of the project moving forward?
They hold up any ceilings from going in? Yeah, it sounds like it's just ceiling grids and ceilings going in would be the only holdup. Other than that, the job's continuing to move.
And could you share with the board how this was identified? I mean, was it identified from the field inspector? Was it identified by someone in your employ? Or not that it's relevant, I guess it's just, it's interesting to know. How was this identified?
I believe it was the commissioning engineer called it out. And that's when it became an issue of coordination. And I believe they weren't accepting the coordination and being out of the way, the steel and the ductwork on the project.
Okay. Very well. We appreciate that. Do you have any other questions for us or for the department, gentlemen?
Good on my end.
No, I'm good.
All right. Thank you again for coming to see us today. We hope the information is helpful to you guys. And with that, that concludes testimony in case number MI 2025-002-754. Gentlemen, you will be removed from the Zoom. And Mr. Kelly, you can now show us off record.
Yes, Chair.
Thank you.